Okay, now we're on the streets with a ballerina down in the Fisherman's Wharf area of San Francisco, again using that very familiar totem of San Francisco, the trolley cars in the background, long lens down the block. She strikes a dancer's pose. The long lens compresses her image with the oncoming trolley car, so it looks like it's kind of looming, almost like it's going to run her over. It was not. There was a curve. The train would go this way. She was perfectly safe. Drew is down the block with the handheld quadra. It is put into a deep octa, and it's a very deep construction to that. You can see it on the video. It has a deeper profile than your quote-unquote normal softbox, very rich, beautiful light source. We're able to take it right out on the street and create pictures with it, impromptu. The long lens, as I said, sets the stage and compresses the stage. So she is this beautiful element in the foreground as the train gets bigger and bigger in the background in the morning light. Okay. All right, so what we're doing here is an exercise in guerrilla filmmaking. No permits, no permissions, no escorts, no nothing. We're just going to see if we can knock out a quick picture down here at Fisherman's Wharf before it gets busy and have nobody be the wiser. Shouldn't be too hard to do, but of course every time I say that, something goes egregiously, horribly wrong. Apart from, of course, location photography. We're going to try to do a long lens. We're going to take the quadra. We're going to match the ballerina. Our lovely ballerina, Ariel Ford, is going to be out near the cobblestones and the old tracks with the trolley coming up. And I'm going to try to compress that by using long glass, 70 to 200 or maybe 200 to 400. We'll play with both. And we're going to be testing the skyport now, the transmission of the skyport, because camera point of view is going to be a considerable distance from our dancer. And so we're going to do a paint pole. We got a Shoreline paint pole with a metal head on it. That's a pretty handy item to be portable and move your light around with some imprecision, but what you gain is tremendous mobility. So we're not going to put a stand on the ground. So Drew's going to be holding the paint pole, or Alex, and I'm going to be signaling the unit to fire from the skyport and controlling the power from the camera point of view. And she's going to go into the light and do a dance move, and then we're going to be vanished like the fog. All right, so we're slamming the quadra head. As you can see, it's almost ridiculous in some ways, because the head is so tiny, but you're putting it into this big light shaping tool. This is the deep octa. But the thing about this skyport is the flash tube and the reflector pan built into the head are built to the same specifications as the Big Brother units, the bigger studio flashes. So quality of light is what is really attractive about this unit, because even though you're giving up, lots and lots of size, you're shrinking down, it's only a half a pound, it's still putting out A, a terrific kick of light, and B, a really good quality of light. So that's what we're going to hopefully take a look at now, especially throwing it through this light shaping tool, which is, as I always call it, a deep dish salad bowl of light. Because of the profile of this light, you see how deep it is? I always say the light has a chance to marinate more inside this softbox, and when it comes out, it's columnated and rich and really smooth. More so, I think, than a regular shorter profile softbox. That's my opinion anyway, and we'll take a look and see how we do with it this morning. Okay, all right, I'm going to put another third of a stop of power into the Elinchrom. I can do that with the skyport from here. Should get a read on that. Okay, here comes another trolley. All right, Ariel, look at the light, please. Okay, we got some nice backlight on our tutu now, which is cool. Okay, we're good exposure-wise. Pretty? Back off, Drew! Okay, nice job. Okay, pretty light. I have to open up the background a little bit more because that train side goes into shadow. I think the the first feel of the photograph was a little too heavy. I went too heavy on the shutter speed. It's a nice shot, but the train is getting a little dim because it's rotating towards me on the shadow side of the sun. So sun is off camera left. So I'm going to open up shutter speed and see if I can get a little brighter, gauzier feel. Your shutter speed obviously controls the ambient level of the light, and then I'm mixing the flash into that. Might be able to quickly change positions. That's what I'm thinking about doing on this one, is shifting camera over and seeing how we could do as that train hits the curve. That would have to be a very quick move. We don't have the train on radio control. They're not working with us. So, but, we'll figure things out. That's more like the proper exposure we need. It's kind of misty in the background. Drew, back off just a touch, please. Better. Beautiful. That's it, sweet. You can come on down if you want to. Okay. If you can. Any particular place? Just at the curve, midway in the curve. Back off, Drew. Okay. Okay, he can move. Okay, nice one. How'd that work? That worked well. Nice driver. All right, let's go. Let's go up to the bridge. Okay. Hi, let's talk about the gear we're going to use in the field today, specifically the Quadra Flash. Mark Assman is here with us. Great to have him because as a technical director in the background of this particular video that we're doing, I can think of no one better because he knows this particular flash unit better than anybody. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Let's get into it.
Sure.
The Quadra, talk to us.
Oh, the Quadra is for those who might not know, is a small battery pack, 400 watt second unit. Let me show you how small it is. I'm going to pull it out of the bag. This is the actual pack itself, really small and lightweight. And I'm going to grab the battery. This is the battery. And we might as well show you exactly how they go together. We just match them together. And we've got a battery pack.
I've been using this for a bit now. I mean, it's kind of like the size of a lunchbox. The thing about it that is attracting me in terms of using it in the field for jobs that I have is it's light, it's fast, but it's also powerful. 400 watt seconds, right?
400 watt seconds. The pack itself also is what's known as asymmetrical, meaning that we have two ports here. Port A will give you 2/3 of the power in the pack, and port B will give you 1/3 of the power in the pack. So we have perfect symmetrical lighting if you want to do symmetrical lighting with two heads in the pack.
So you can run two heads simultaneously, A port, B port. Basically, the unit itself couples to a flash head, what again is a huge factor for me, traveling, shooting, working. The flash head itself is about a half a pound.
Exactly, half pound, and a very, very small and lightweight. I'm going to put this down and bring out the flash head just so you can have a quick look. So this is our flash head, the Quadra flash head. And there are two different heads. This is the A head. A in Elinchrom parlance stands for action, and there's also an S head, standard. And the difference is action is for freezing, fast motion, sports, things like that, freezing water droplets, those types of things. And S head is more for portraiture type of work, and people who do architectural work, that type of thing.
Okay.
So these are very small and lightweight. They have removable reflectors. What's really nice about these is there's also a optional part called the Quadra reflector adapter, and with this piece married to this head, I can now mount just about every one of the Elinchrom modifiers that are available on the market. So you've got a lot of different variety of light that you can get out of these units. They just marry in like this.
What can you not like about a 40-member, all-male, a cappella singing group that uses, no instruments, nothing whatsoever, and they are entirely devoted to singing Leonard Cohen songs? What's not to like? These guys were great. As you can imagine from their name, A Conspiracy of Beards, and their, avocation, if you will, to singing together as this 40-man troupe, they're a bunch of characters. And that's what I tried to emphasize here in this little neighborhood coffee shop in San Francisco. It's a great place and has beautiful, rich interior color. We just gathered these gentlemen around a table. They sang for us. We put them on a bench, and we did a variety of things to emphasize the fact that you can move fast, even though you're lighting, quote unquote, with bigger flashes. All right, so what we're doing is we're in this wonderful, wonderful coffee shop called the Java Ocean and Ocean Avenue. And we have a wonderful collection of band members from a band called The Conspiracy of Beards. Cool guys who are an a cappella group who sing nothing but Leonard Cohen songs. And talk about niche market, that's where we are. So it should be just kind of fun. We're trying to come up with a funky portrait. We're going to use a big broad light source and put a couple of quadra heads through it and try to smooth out a group so that we can get a good, strong quality of light on three to five members all gathered around a coffee house table. I need a few folks to sit around the table for me. Something. Okay. All right, we got a fair amount of light in here, but we're going to try to control it with flash because the light is indiscriminate. It's kind of hot in here. It's bouncing this way. What we're going to try to do is literally smooth it out, even it out with this very smooth light source of the last light panel. That is first mission right now is to see what the quality of light is going to come through here for 4 or 5 people. And so we got 2 quadras. We doubled up the volume of the light just by using a multiple source behind me. So that is, they're both going to be in the same channel, okay, and we're going to drive them with the Skyport. And if I wanted to, say one edge of the photograph is a little hotter than the other, I could put them into, give each light a separate group, and then I could ratio them independently. So this could be a little bit less powered than this side of the particular panel or source that we're using. So that's what we're strategy right now anyway. Okay, key to success here is to keep the light smooth across all of my faces, and that is pretty easy through the skylight panel. But also what's helping me out is I have the multi-purpose covers on the heads, the actual quadra heads, and that serves as a source of diffusion. So I'm diffusing it at the source and then rediffusing it here. That's working out pretty well. Nice, even quality of light. So we have 4 band members. I can't believe they're out there in the sun. They're cooking. With character faces like this, you're not looking to do beauty light really. You're looking to see if you can just get a single driven light source, and hopefully maybe have a little bit of a shadow or something. We won't really be able to tell until we get actual subjects in here. Think we're ready for that? So we have a total of 4 guys, 3 guys? 4 guys, okay. And I'd like to just do something fun, and you guys got great faces for portraits. It's terrific. And this, we'll just have some fun. It won't take that long. Okay. All right. Have a seat. These are prop coffees. You can drink them if you want them. I'm Joe. Let's just do names again. Josh. Stas. Daryl. Jeff. Got it. Okay. And as I said earlier, too, if you guys want anything at all, like juices or anything like that, sandwiches, we're running a tab at the bar.
Great. Cheers, Stas. Here's your coffee. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So we're just guys hanging out, right?
Yep.
number of guys like so
You guys just keep going. Keep going.
send shivers down his spine. To get the security guard. Yeah, it was
Let's try this. Let's just see. Stas, I need you to come in here just a touch. I'm going to ask you to put your heads together and kind of, as I said earlier, try to define the term conspiracy visually. Okay. All right.
So
Cool. Good. Good.
Well, it's breathing together, so like, I will be like Jeff, you're
that's a literal term, but we don't want anybody to hear this. I want to keep it under wraps.
Now, how about all four of you at once, eye contact with the lens? Cool. Looking good, looking good. Everybody's good? A little bit stern? Cool. Now, intense. Darryl, just chin down just a touch. Good. Cool. Nice. Awesome, guys. Thank you. You want to see what I'm getting? You guys got great.
This is gonna be fun.
You guys got great faces. You know, you just have great faces for a portrait.
Yeah.
I'm really, really honored to do this. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Do you have the pitch pipe?
Yeah.
Why don't you try to and I don't know, just go ahead, cut loose.
First part. Should we bust out his
Let's sing Bird on Water. Oh yeah. Like a 1, 2, 3. Like a bird on a wire, like a drum in a midnight choir. I have tried in my way to be free.
Go large, guys.
Like a worm on a hook, like a knife from some old-fashioned book. I have saved all my ribbons for thee. If I have been unkind, go out. And if I have been untrue, you know it was never to you. Like a baby stillborn, like a beast with his horn, I born everyone who reached out for me. And I swear by this song and by all I've done wrong, that I will make it all up to thee. Oh, I saw Mega leaning on his wooden cross. Oh, said me, cried out to me, why not ask for more, more, like a bird on a wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir. I have tried in my way to be free.
That was awesome.
Thanks, guys.
That was awesome. Jeez. I started out with a baseline exposure for the place, and then I started to manipulate from that point. Now, when you've got 4 guys and I'm close to them, you want to cover them depth-wise in terms of sharpness. So I couldn't live at 5'6", which is where I started. So I went up power-wise, 2 stops on this. I went up on my ISO a bit, so I pushed the whole range of the photograph into f11. So now I got front to back sharpness. Consequently, the place went dark, so I opened up shutter speed wise, okay, and I pushed from, say, 125th of a second. Right now I'm at a 30th of a second. So there's a bunch of ambient light, maybe not a huge amount of it, but some ambient light's bleeding into the photograph, bouncing off of this warm table, giving the photograph a little bit of warmth. But the main light is coming right through here, right up in here, and it's just, you know, draping itself on the guys and making it sharp. And then when generally lit like this, these guys can do anything. And you saw them, they just did. They just moved around like crazy, which was a lot of fun. Okay, let's do another set. Now, let's do something, eyes at me. Again, heads really close together and really intense. Maybe, all right, here we go. Cool. Good, good. Nice. Cool. Great. My thunder thumbs around the camera. Cool, good, look. I'm also playing with background, trying to keep people out of there. Good look, good look. Great. Awesome. Why don't you guys take a break? We're going to reset the lights, okay? All right, so this is a perfect situation for the Quadra. I have to say that, you know, in terms of kind of that middle ground or ideal light source for this, this is pretty perfect, pretty perfect. Here's why. If I were shooting this TTL, did you see the way I was moving the camera? Like all sorts of ways, you know, kind of angle. I'd have different values running through the TTL. Now, I could put the small flash in manual if I wanted to, or I could do a flash value lock if I had TTL lights. But I tend not to work so much that way. I tend to like to let it roll on TTL. So this now became a really, really good lesson for me in the sense that we put the 2 small Quadras. They weren't even anywhere near full power, so they recycled really fast, and I had a big smooth light source, and it was constant. So I could do anything. The guys could do anything. The light really draped on them nicely, so they're moving around a bit. I'm moving the camera. In a TTL situation, you'd probably have some variance there, and it might get a little frustrating. For this, bang, I locked it down, and I could literally just blast away. I could almost shoot motor drive. They were, you know, recycling so fast. You know, almost as soon as that motor cycled and I was ready for another exposure, that's how quick the lights were back. So this was a pretty perfect setup. The other thing is they're being small. The light sources themselves being small, pretty cool because we're trying to maintain as small a footprint in this very busy coffee shop as we possibly can. Gaffer tape. Never go in the field without it. Also, this tape does a pretty great job sticking and not pulling the paint off of places. That's not a worry here, but you don't want to walk in someplace and put duct tape on somebody's wall, because bye-bye paint job. Little splashes of light is what we're after right now, filtering through, trying to see if we can control that. This kind of broad highlight over here probably is going to be fine, but a little hot square light, that would be tough to control exposure-wise. Why don't we do this for a little more natural spread and feel? Let's take both the lights back out here. Okay, now we're going to stress the system a little bit, see what happens. Let's switch up to a 2470. All right.
You're at 400 though.
Go to 200, go to 200th of a second at f8. Okay. Okay.
We're at minimum on both.
Okay, so let's go all the way up on the packs. Okay. So, what we got here is a mess. We had bits and pieces of stuff that we've just like used everything from newspaper to diffusers to anything that we could grab our hands on to flag off the direct sunlight in this little corner of the room. I'm going to put the 4 guys here. And then I'm going to replace the light. Here's the thing, I just subtracted a bunch of light and now I'm going to replace it. But I'm going to replace it with light I can control. That's a crucial thing. With the hard sunlight, you know, don't even think about doing this picture. Just going to be a mass of shadows that nobody will be able to see the faces. Now that we've washed the light, okay, I've got a mix of daylight and also I've got a fair amount of punchy flash coming from the sidewalk, going to hit that diffuser and create a good soft light that should cover my 4 guys. And that's the issue or the problem, is that starting here and going to here, having light travel this way and be relatively even over the course of what's going to be 10 feet or so, something like that, 8 to 10 feet, completely horizontally arrayed in the photograph. That's it. That's the question. That's the problem. And we'll see how we do with that. Okay, so this is going to be your stage here, and I'd like all 4 guys just kind of sit here. But again, you'll have to be kind of a little bit close, not super close, but just right next to each other. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Not too bad. But initial problem right away is that if anybody turns away from the light source, they're not going to be lit. So I'm going to open up f-stop, see what I got here. Okay. Okay. Something went wrong there. Kind of figured that out. Let's go back to this. I'm just testing, guys, so just, there we go. That's more like it, okay? Now, I'm at 200th of a second at f4, ISO 200, cloudy white balance. And I've got, surprisingly, really nice light across all the guys. So, the beauty of a big light source, which we created from 2 small light sources. So I've got those now. Those lights are full power, and they are a good 25 feet from my subjects. Okay. Let's clean this up a little bit. All right. We good? Okay, guys, here we go. It looks real nice. Really happy with it.
It's a band photo. That's
Cool. All right. Here we go. Let's start off by not speaking to each other. Eye contact to the camera. I mean, here's the thing, Josh. The only restriction on you is if you look towards the other guys, you're looking directly away from the light. So your range of motion has to be from camera to there. So you can't, not necessarily eye contact. You kind of look around, but every once in a while come back to camera, okay? And everybody's think your way into your own space and do whatever you like. One other cautionary note, we got these lights at full-blown power, so it's going to take them about 3 to 4 seconds to recycle. So I need to wait for that beep, to hear that beep. Okay. Cool. Cool. Nice. Way to go, guys. Cool. Drew, tell me if I overshoot these lights. It's about 3, 4 seconds. Yeah. Recycle, because I can't really hear it with the traffic. Cool. Doing good, guys? That's nice. Perfect. Great. Let me show you just briefly what I'm getting here.
Looks like us.
Yeah, it is you guys.
All right.
It's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
This doesn't seem our soul.
No, but just give me a pace, Drew, if you can. Good. Perfect. Nice. Cool. That was actually my flashes. They were really stressing. We doing good out there? Is it recycling all right? Okay. Cool. Nice. Looking good, guys. Really nice. Okay, now for a few, let's distinctly not look at the camera. Everybody off in their own kind of... Really nice. Cool. Perfect. Okay. I won't be able to keep up with you this time, but I was wondering if all four, just sitting in this row, if you wouldn't mind just for a minute or 2 minutes, just doing another song. Would that be possible?
Okay, good. Yeah, you can sing to everyone. You go on the very okay. Yeah. You gotta know all the words to sing the very top. Everybody knows the dice are loaded. Everybody rolls with their fingers crossed. Everybody knows the war is over. Everybody knows the good guys lost. Everybody knows the fight was fixed. The poor stay poor, the rich get rich. That's how it goes. Everybody knows.
That was great, guys. That was a cool set of pictures. And that's the tighter grouping. And then when you were singing, got that.
No, that's great.